Hey guys, welcome to Accounting 2010. My name is Eric Knight. I'm a professor for this course. I wanted to do a quick orientation video and just kind of go over the things, expectations, a general course overview so that I can help you get, as they say, hit the ground running. So let's go ahead and look through some of the elements of this course. I think you're going to find this video useful getting started. So first things first, you'll notice that there's announcements, and right now I only have a few announcements in here, but you're going to notice that they're going to populate throughout the term. And it's really important that you read all the announcements. In the announcements, I'm going to put videos each week that's going to try to help you with expectations. And I try to keep the videos down to about 5 minutes or so. However, sometimes I have to go to maybe around 10 minutes. But I try to make that 5 to 10 minutes really worth your time. As a matter of fact, the videos are going to lead you to less frustration, explain the expectations, and if you don't go ahead and look at those first before you go and start working on the assignments, I think you're going to end up spending a lot more time. I don't make videos, they take me maybe a 5-minute video, but it might take me an hour or so to do. So I don't make them unless I really think that they're going to be helpful for you. So please watch them and watch them all the way through. So the thing that I would do when I look at this course, I usually go to the modules area. That's where I start out with. And you'll notice, the introduction and Ask Eric, and then there's a start here, and there's a lot of good stuff here. So let's start out first of all with an overview of the course. And what I would do for that is go to the syllabus. So when you click on Baker Institutional Policies, you'll notice, just the different areas of policies that we have. And what I think is really important is the one regarding late assignments. So when you scroll down far enough, you get to late policy, and late policy basically says late work is not accepted. If you have any extenuating circumstances, typically something that's outside of the student's control, such as an emergency, I'll consider it on a case-by-case basis. But that's an important policy, especially because we have so much work to do. If you get behind, you're really only hurting yourself. In the Start Here area, you also notice that there's an assignment summary. Let's look at that real quick. So looking at the assignment summary, it's important, especially with the late policy that we have, that you know when things are due. So each week you'll see the due dates in the assignment summary. You can find it too in each module where they'll talk about the due dates, but it's really simple to have this available for you. You can see the different elements of what's due. Something to consider is that for technology, that is not an excuse for a late policy. So if you have if you're not getting internet access, you need to have that before you even start the course. So that's not going to be an excuse. Computer crashes, make sure you save all your work. All your work should be saved to some kind of cloud system. So if you're saving it via Google Drive, or I also like Dropbox is another good cloud service. So you need to save your homework if that's a situation to something that you can access even if your computer crashes. Again, those are not going to be considered extenuating circumstances. So make sure you give yourself enough time for any technology glitches that you might run into. So instead of looking at this week by week, let's go ahead and I did a little spreadsheet. We can kind of review all the different areas of our course. So being the Excel nerd I am, I pulled all the information in from the assignment summary, and then I did a little pivot table here. And then we see the key areas that we're going to have. Now, there's a few assignments that are of just a few points, right, that you'll see. And I think this assignment is in week 1. And you'll get information for that in that week. You'll also notice that there's Cengage Now. So you need to go ahead and get set up with Cengage Now, because that's how you're going to turn in enough homework to cover 325 points of this course. You'll also notice that there are quizzes. So there's quizzes in multiple weeks. That comes up to 170 points. Now these quizzes aren't too difficult. They're actually provided for you in the textbook. And then you have your research. There's 2 research assignments, and when you have a week where there's a research assignment, I'm going to have an overview. So This is just an orientation video, but in each module I try to give you a little bit of an overview of the assignments that are due that week. And then finally, we have the QuickBooks. So the project is also a QuickBooks project. And it's a very big part of this course is QuickBooks. So I have a separate video that discusses QuickBooks, and I'll have different videos each week to help you kind of go through that and get started. You need to go ahead and get set up ASAP with Cengage Now in QuickBooks, so that even if you don't have an assignment that's due anytime, soon this week, you might not, for example, QuickBooks is not due until week 2. You definitely need to go ahead and get set up with QuickBooks now and go through the first couple of chapters, we'll talk about in the QuickBooks video. You can see the QuickBooks assignment. It's case 1, and it goes through in module 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. There's a big assignment that's comprehensive for module 8 that's in QuickBooks. Altogether, that's 280 points. So you're really gonna have to pay attention to the Cengage Now and the QuickBooks project if you want to do well in the course. Now the discussion is also worth 140 points. Now the engagement for the discussion means that you need to go ahead and answer the questions completely, and you need to respond to at least 2 students for each of the discussion questions. For many of the modules, I have 2 discussion questions, and both of them need to be covered. In other words, if I have 2 questions, you need to answer both and respond to 2 other students in both. I try not to make the discussion questions too difficult in the sense that you have a lot of other work, but it's an important part of the course. It's the engagement with the other students, so we don't take that lightly. And I will grade them, and I will read them all as you would expect. So that's a little overview of our course. I guess the key elements to keep in mind is, first of all, make sure in each week that you look at the announcements and watch any videos I make. That's going to really save you time and help your grade. And to make sure that you are aware of the due dates for each week. That's going to really be important. Other than that, good luck, and I hope you enjoy the